Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa. I'm Melissa Leong. First and foremost, I'm a storyteller because I'm a writer by profession. And also, I am a communications trainer, which means I like to do interpersonal communications training for corporate companies, for students, for young adults, and even children. So my passion is really public speaking. So that's the kind of services that I provide. So before I kena cuci telinga by Farah, so I was all over the place. And I told this to Farah because I have too many ducks and they were not in a row. They were like actually running everywhere. It's a very braggy way to say I have so many things to do. But it's a good bad problem because what happens is when you have so many ideas, so many things you want to accomplish, you go all over the place. And I was really lacking clarity. I was lacking focus. I was panicking. And what happened is this it affects the way I work. It affects the way I think. And the bottom line is it affects the way my income flows as well. I've been in this industry for like over 20 years, right? And the thing I did was when I approached Farah, I was very frustrated. I think she remembers. And I was like, Farah, I'm working like a dog. I do so many things. I run an NGO, I write, I MC, I do training. Semualah I want to do kan. But my income begitu saja. And I said, there must be something that I'm doing wrong. And so Farah sat me down. And long story short, if you all been with Farah, so she kind of like cuci telinga and then made me see things that I didn't see and things I didn't realize. But most of all, I think she restored a lot of career confidence in me. Because I think I've been doing this for so long, but I still have this imposter syndrome. I think a lot of us do. And sometimes you need to hear from a third party, like a coach or a mentor, to kind of show you, like, look, these are your strengths. Stop doubting yourself, and this is what you're worth. But there's no point anyone can tell you this, and there's no point to hear it over and over if you do not have that kind of self-belief at the end of the day. So for me, my biggest takeaway from my session with Farah is like going back and just having this aha moment of like, okay, I have to wake up, stop feeling sorry for myself. And I realized I didn't have to get my ducks in a row, but actually I have to remove some ducks. I just think I was doing too many things. And that you always think more things equal more money. And I don't think that's the case for me. So right after my clarity call with Farah, strangely, right? Like just a few days later, I don't know how the universe works, but suddenly I had all these job opportunities come in with different clients. For the first time, right, I increased my rate by more than 50%. And I just like bit the bullet and I was like, okay, remember what Farah said. So I just like, this is it. And I didn't negotiate my price this time. So I just gave it to the clients and I was like, if they come back, they come back. If they don't, they don't. But now I know my values, right? So I was ready to like not get these clients, but all three that I pitched to with my new rates all came back and said yes. And I was just blown away. I was really blown away because I just was very cool on the phone. Like, oh, okay, terima kasih, thank you. I'll get back to you later. And then the first person I called, I messaged actually was Farah. I said, oh my God, you won't believe this. And I told her what happened. And I really believe if it wasn't for that clarity call with Farah, if it wasn't for her to sit down and kind of map out my strategy for moving forward with my services and my business, I don't think I could have done this. And now I don't think twice about my rates. So that's I have many success stories since I met Farah. But yeah, what stopped me from reaching out from you earlier? First of all, and this is my ego talking, it's like if you do reach out to anyone, like not just Farah, but any coach or mentor or help, it means you have to admit you have a problem. You have to admit like, I need help. Right. And that's a very bitter pill to swallow, because you feel like I've been doing this for 20 over years. I should know my stuff, I should be needing help. People should come to me for help, that kind of attitude. But you gotta kind of eat humble pie and go, okay, I really need help. I need someone to just give me some clarity. And then it's so aptly named clarity call, which I needed. So I said, okay lah, I have to do this. And that's all it took. And it was the best decision of my life, seriously. Farah is tough love. And I need that, because I cannot be you cannot be too gentle with me because then I'll never do anything. But you cannot be too keras with me also, or you'll scare me off. So Farah is a really nice balance of like, she makes you see the possibilities, but at the same time, she keeps you very grounded and level-headed. Like, what is logical, right? So like, it's like, if you say, Farah, I really want to be an Olympic swimmer, then she'll look at you and go, you don't swim, so there's no way you can be an Olympic swimmer. Like, she's not gonna feed you all this kind of nonsense if she doesn't feel it's true. And I respect and I like that about Farah. She's very honest with expectations, and also managing your expectations. So she doesn't lead you on. Farah knows that one of my biggest obstacles and my biggest fear was actually setting my rate, or I was wondering, am I charging right? Am I charging too high? Am I charging too low? And I always struggle with that, right? Knowing my value and losing. I was always afraid of losing clients. What has changed since my sessions with Farah is that I'm a lot more confident now, actually, with setting my rates, with knowing what I can offer. I think I also know now that more is not always better, like less is more kind of thing. So now I have a mantra, do less, but make it mean more. And it has really helped me. Farah's approach has really helped me to kind of, it's not so bad to have tunnel vision about something so that you are not distracted by so many shiny things. You really cut down a lot of these like kecil-kecil projects. And also, to be honest, they don't really look for me. And suddenly I have this bigger clientele. So like this year alone, I got 2 book projects. And they are massive, massive projects that I think I can only take 2. Sebab it will go on until next year. Tapi dia punya payoff is like 5 figures. So I have 2 5-figure jobs already that will last me for the next like 6-8 months. Dan yang kecil-kecil tu, I take lah, like ada MC sini, MC sana. But like, I really just say no to things like, oh, I have a 500 ringgit budget. Can you MC this thing? And I'm like, this is my rate lah. So if you can, like, cannot lah. And it's not to say you're arrogant, right? It's just that you feel like I also want to produce quality work, bah.
Yes.
So I have more time to do better training. Like I actually really enjoy my public speaking training. And the 2 kids that I'm giving tuition to, kan, macam I can focus on them twice a week. They're actually like a good, I don't know how to say lah. I didn't think I'd be a tuition teacher, tapi meeting them twice a week, kan, macam it motivates me pula to see like young people, like to talk to them and see them improve. And then at night I come home and then I can do my writing. So I feel like my quality of life macam ada macam can breathe a bit more. And I don't feel guilty when I spend time with my kids or when I'm doing work, because it's just, I just hope I can keep this momentum. Itu saja my fear. Like, you know what I mean? I think we're overthinkers. We go like, okay, nanti lepas habis ni 2 project macam mana? What am I gonna do? But that's still a long way, actually. I should just be grateful for what I have right now. So,
you work with lesser client, and then you have more time to yourself, and then the lesser client is paying you more, and you tidak scrambling all over the place.
I'm not a headless chicken anymore. Sebelum ni, I tell you, no, seriously, it feels like that. I feel like a headless chicken, and I'm so stressed all the time. And and you're chasing a paycheck, and then itu pun tidak cukup. You feel like I've already worked so hard, and I'm just like still not making ends meet. And now it's a bit more. You would never think this life is possible. Like, oh, okay, these opportunities are coming. I just have to be patient, though. Itu saja.
Yeah.
I still have some anxiety and worries about moving forward, because I, like a lot of freelancers, like we don't work 9 to 5, when it's really client based, and what happens that month is that's what you get that month. But I think now I'm less anxious because I have a better strategy moving forward. And because I have better paying clients and I have better paying clients, I actually can stretch out my income better. So like what Farah said before, I didn't believe, she's like saying, if you have a few good paying clients, then you won't be scrambling, because I was doing like 5-6 projects a month. And it really stressed me out because it's a lot of work. But then kan, like cukup only makan every month. So now what my strategy has changed. I have gotten a bit more picky with my clients, and they are bigger projects, more time consuming. But the pay is much better. But I only take 2 or 3. So I have to really invest my time in it. But then the payoff is much better. So you know what I mean? So it's like, I still have to work, but I don't have to work like 5-6 clients. I only work 2 or 3 clients. So that's like half of what I was doing. But probably double of what I was making.
Yeah.
So I think, so it takes away a lot of anxiety from me. It doesn't come easy though. I mean, what Farah has taught us, I'm not saying like it was an overnight thing. It's a lot of trial and error as well for me. A lot of fear still is embedded in me because, old habits die hard. But I do believe you have to wait it out. You got to wait for the right clients to come to you, and they are out there. And this is what I couldn't believe for the longest time. Like, cannot be lah. There's no clients who will pay these rates on everything. And I think once you get over that mental hurdle, you'll be amazed how you will attract these clients. But you have to be patient. It's a waiting game, but you have to believe in it. You have to hold on to your guns. Yeah.
It's the waiting part that, even for myself, like the waiting part can be such a pain in the ass.
Yes, yes.
But once you get it, it's just suddenly keeps on coming and coming and coming. And then that's the part where it's the mental strength need to be toughened up, right?
Exactly.
What would you say to people on the fence who are not sure about having me as their coach?
Farah is really, and I'm not just saying this because she's my friend, but she's really invested in you. So I mean, I know that I'm not her only client. I'm very sure, right? She's training a lot of other people, but I never feel like she's in a rush with me or I'm a burden to her. She really takes the time with her, and I really appreciate that. And I feel really valued, and I think that's the biggest difference with other coaches. I mean, not to say lah, but this is my experience. You have to just jump in first. And when I say jump in, do what I did, have a clarity call. I mean, you don't have to like sign the contract in blood and give away your firstborn to Farah. You just have to like give her a call, have coffee with her, and then see if you vibe with her, but I'm pretty sure you will. It's a very good vibe. And but yeah, what I would tell people on the fence is basically give it a try. And it's just one call. It's just like 90 minutes, just a chat with her, and see if it works for you the way that she wants to help you strategize your path.